Hello everyone, this is Jer, playing Oxygen Not Included. So let's get caught up. I am getting this dupe here to process eggs. That's the key thing. So we gotta get food created, ideally meat. So I'm gonna go for the carnivore achievement. Alright, put an egg in there that didn't need to be applied. Let's see, what do you got here? Let's move you over. And then I can say to hatch egg. Up the speed just a little bit here. Got one egg, we'll do another one. In the meantime, make sure that the rest of the dupes have things to do. I'm going to create a spot here for food. While I'm processing eggs, I don't think we'll be getting eggs quick enough, hatching them fast enough to be able to actually produce the food to survive. As much as I want the carnivore achievement, I also want the dupes to survive. That's going to also be a key thing. So focusing on that as well. One thing I love about Oxygen Not Included, you gotta plan many dimensions of this game. It's not just one thing. It's not like you can overcompensate in food, and that's okay. The fact that you're not producing enough oxygen or your base is overheating. Alright, so here's where I'm planning on dumping some water, because we're going to be turning dirt to food. Oh, so tasty. I'm sure the dupes are going to love this. But it's just over the short term, or at least that's the hope. It's a microtuber sitting right here. We're going to put ceiling across like this. And again, this dupe going after egg on the start of cycle 25 of my game. Another egg done. We're going to make sure this building down here has some power. We're going to want to have some lights for whoever's going to operate it. Oh, whoa, whoa, I think you're done. Unless there's any other eggs here that can be brought over. It's hard to tell. Quick through what? Whoops, I found at least one. Making sure these eggs hatch as quick as possible. And if you get the lullaby effect applied to them. Oops, did I? Yeah, I brought that over. Good, good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow engineer to go here. One of the dupes go in and out. I'm going to make sure that they can't get in here. That's engineer. So they can do a little bit of construction. And if I can get you back here. Process another final egg for this cycle. Oh. Ah, you're grabbing the wrong egg. I did this too early. Okay, you know what? Just leave that egg alone. Let's do some construction there. Let's get involved with this. Okay, so this is going to be a place to be able to produce food from dirt. So we'll store dirt in this area. We'll have power feeding into this machine. We're going to have lights, or not have to have lights, but ideally we would have lights. So we'll put that in. Let's put that in as a ceiling light right here. We'll have a pitcher pump, because along with dirt we need water to be fed into that if we want this to actually work. And having this close by will be handy. So here's where I'm going to tell the dupes, put in some dirt. Okay, now that this construction is back, let's see if we can convince Hugger to come back, but not engineer, to do that at last egg. We still haven't converted or barbecued our first meat. Might as well put in some automation wiring. The other thing So this egg has been done. Okay, you can go out. Let's get engineer back here. Now I don't have the check for automation. We're still waiting for engineer to get their Mechatronics engineering skill. Oh no, I do have the tech. Awesome. Let's hello. There we go. I don't know what happened. Sometimes the game does that when you go back and forth, takes you to a place that you haven't actually explored. Sorry, just a little distracted by that. I want to get, yeah, the Mechatronics engineer. So I want to have this ready because this can be automated a little bit further, just to make it a little bit easier for me. The idea is I want to have this pick up eggs and just dump them down here. I can't get engineer to build this yet, but everyone can at least supply material. Speaking of material, we might not have enough metal. Let's create a few pieces of that. So I'm going to have this system drop off eggs, but I also want to have another system that's going to be able to pick up the eggs. Maybe I'll put it right here. Oh, not enough metal. Okay, alright, we'll wait for more metal to be created. What else can we get involved in? Do I have the research to clean air? Because that air is getting a little bit filthy. And that may give the dupes a hard time breathing, which causes them to use more oxygen. And okay, you're in trouble. Well, not terribly trouble. You had a little bit of something other than oxygen, it looks like. Let's put a protection around that. I think that would be smart. Gas sensor right here with filter. Just ensure that this only consumes hydrogen. So that that won't continually take damage. So scientists should be in here. Excellent. We're gonna dig up. Oh. This is kind of a mixed blessing right here, actually. What do I do about that? That's oxygen. Oxylite. That's going to make it a little bit easier to explore in this area, but at the downside, all this hydrogen here, or this pump here will be accessing hydrogen. Why don't we try this? Why don't we block this off? And we will explore from this side of the system. Getting access is going to be a tough process to get over there. But if I can get over there, dupes, we've got Oxylite. This might save me from having to build gas masks. And this pump, I've got another change of plans with that. Try not to get involved with too many things at the same time. But I want that water to actually fall down here rather than build a pump. Figured that would make sense. And I've set this game up so I'm not getting gifts. I don't want another dupe. So I guess all I can do there is hit reject. Also choose the doomsday setting in this game. That's affecting asteroids or meteorites. So I haven't seen that setting yet, so it'll be a little bit. I don't think there is asteroids on this particular, or there's no meteorites, sorry, on this particular asteroid, if I get that right. But I'll go to another asteroid that does have meteorites, and we'll see what doomsday looks like. Okay, we don't need to fill you up anymore. I want to dump water here, but I see water collecting here, here, and here. So let's do this. Let's put tile here. Mesh tile here, here, and over here. Can just dig that out. Do that as high priority because we're going to be disrupting the status of those rooms in the meantime. It's at the start of the cycle, so let's get Hugger to attend to these. Engineer is going to load it. Hopefully Hugger's not going to take too much time getting in there. Where are you, Hugger? We want you in this room. Hugger's on the way right here. Come on in. Run, run, run. No, that's Rancher. Yeah, that's a priority thing, but someone else can do that. Let's get you in this room. So you can attend to this egg. That egg already has the lullaby effect. What happened there? Okay, we need to get you to select then eggs. Oh, I haven't selected the eggs. Okay, 1, 2. These are all the eggs that need to be have the lullaby effect added to them. So if you could do that. Dump them right there, and then that way if I push you over here, get you to do an egg, you should be picking that egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect. Good. There we are. Hopefully by the time this dupe is done, the dupes will have put in those mesh tilings, and I can get some water to flow down. Just getting that moved out of the way. Also, adding water is important because we want to keep the electrolyzer running. We want oxygen to keep running in this base. Let's check, see. Okay, that's looking good. 12,000 calories. Let's put in this, make this system active. Get Chef used to the idea of creating this stuff. And Lice Loaf, if I ever did have it, would be useful to make. I'm also going to check the priorities. This should already kind of be set in Chef's mind, but just telling them cook is your main focus. Okay, another egg. Oh, so I've got some critters in here. Do I have... I don't think I filled my stable. So as much as that is the possibility for food, 2 over there. I need 2 more of these guys wrangled. Let's go do that. I'm going to put a door here. I don't want these hatches running around. I guess if I want to stop, I think... Can they jump over that door? I'm not sure. Let's just put... I know dupes can jump over that. So put that like that, and this guy can go... Hugger can go in and out. I think we are now ready. See, research is done. So that's clean air research. What can we do next? Materials study terminal. Probably not going to need that right away. A rocket. Actually, maybe that's a little too early. Metal refinery. If everything is a little bit further out, and not too far out, but maybe I'll concentrate on building things. Atmo suit's way beyond that at the moment. Do we have gas masks? We've got that. I want to do some filtering with gas masks, but using a reservoir, gas reservoir in the future. So we'll have that. Okay, so these 2 guys are going over here. That means my stables are finally going to be filled up, which is nice. Let's drop that water. Do that now. So I guess there was no point in building that pump. Though that was another option. It's just annoying with that option because I would have to pay attention to when this water gets low and then switch over to this if I want to not be pumping 2 things at once. Okay, up here we're making progress. This area is blocked off. This now has protection. Let's dump or increase that to about 130 or so. There is the liquid, the great flood of our base. Going through here, here, and here. Awesome. See this crappy food dropped off. Let's make mush fry out of it. And the dupes should be making their way over here. And just taking advantage of Oxylite since it's in the area. I was going to put in gas masks and have the dupes go through that to dig up here. But since I see that Oxylite It might actually be better to do that because it's going to take a little bit to get up the oxygen mask. It's also going to require a pump to put oxygen in those masks. And it's also, if I dig up like this, as I was mentioned earlier, I might have to turn that pump off. And that pump is nicely providing hydrogen for us. Okay, so we're at the end of the cycle, so I know Hugger's about to go on break, so there's no point in my mind of getting them to go in here. But we'll do, we'll set this up for the next cycle. Engineer could even go in and move these eggs for us so that Hugger won't have to do this in the morning. That's right, I'm talking to you, Engineer. That's awesome. Teamwork. Okay, so staying on top of everything, I just want to put in a manual generator. More for future proofing, just in case this is needed, but I want that actually disabled. So we might run out of hydrogen someday. But while we have hydrogen, there's no point putting anyone on a manual generator. And Engineer is doing a really good job. This is being, right now this is producing 100 watts. Engineer is going to make it produce 1.2 kilowatts. That's just adding to the efficiency there. Food is low. Scarily low. So chef, let's push out more of these. I'm going to tell chef the priority is to work on this machine. Between the two. 7 here. Let's make a 6 over here. And the stoop has some light to work on, so that is good. It's getting a little bit critical now in terms of the food situation. So 6, 6, and 6. At least these are all filled. So the next critter, oh, speaking of which, can be converted to meat. So at the beginning of the cycle, it would also be helpful. After that, if I could get Hugger to get in here. Okay, that's actually very convenient that that fell right there, because that means I can kick Engineer out. That's the other one. And we can process some more eggs. You want to stay on top of these, because the more eggs that hatch early, the less we have to worry about producing food. So this egg is having a little bite effect applied to them, and we want to do yet another one, Hugger. Yes, I know we've got a lot, but it's the beginning of the cycle. Let's see if we can get through as many eggs as possible. Just checking on skills. Could we have, let's see, Hugger. Let's give you critter ranching, just because you could be attending with rancher. It'll give the critter ranching 2 out. Hugger's going to be applying that lullaby effect to this egg. Do yet another egg. And some cooking is happening because these eggs aren't hatching fast enough. But I do see, oh right, I've got a piece of meat here, but now that that's the first piece of meat on the game, I need to tell the dupes, cook barbecue meat down here forever. Another egg. We're getting a lullaby effect that's increasing the rate of hatching by 400%. Big deal. But only lasts annoyingly for 1 cycle. So every so often these need to be reapplied. Just to ensure that they hatch quickly. Let's look at this. Any other eggs? We could bring over this egg. Bring over this egg, and this is where the Manatronics engineering skill will help a great deal. If our engineer could learn enough skills. Okay, you're probably not going to pick up that egg unless I move you over here. Alright, we're excited about some research being complete. Let's take advantage of that by cleaning out some air. Put this here. I see. Wouldn't necessarily hurt if we did that there too. We'll put this one right here, and this guy's going to need some power. So the dupes can work on that while we go back and attend to more eggs. Just going over another egg, please. And in the time that we've been processing those eggs, let's just check if any other eggs could, another one here. I think, yeah, let's end with that for this cycle. Again, pushing you back. Do the final egg for this cycle. Get that lullaby effect going. Alright, you can now go out. Tell engineer they can get back. Staying on top of the food situation. Now let's tell the dupes. Anytime you see barbecue meat or mush fry, you can put it in the fridge. Might as well. Do we have enough metal for the return of this? This is looking good. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put this right here. And this is going to bring eggs back up that need to be reprocessed. This guy will need some power along with the sweeper. So let's have a look at the engineer and see when they're going to get their next skill. And the next skill is going to be the Minitronics engineering, just a little bit past halfway there. So this area, awesome. So this is just preventing me from having to put gas masks, and I can dig up. So this will be really good. So any future hydrogen hopefully is going to be going in this area. Because all my electrolyzers are down here. Oh, except for you. Actually, it might be smart if I did this. So that would kind of capture your hydrogen from going into this direction. While we have this detour system over here. Because at some point we want to get to explore a little bit more than just the core of this space. What to research next? Material study terminal might be nice to have coming up so we can do more advanced research. Or we could have a system to clean polluted water from our washroom. Right? I researched this one. Do I have a gas shut off? Let's do the gas shut off. I feel like that's going to be needed at some point coming up. Let's disable you just in case the dupe decides to get on you. But I'm going to have that ready just in case hydrogen runs out. I think it would be beneficial to have one of these guys over here and deodorizer. Because the air was filthy from the outhouses, no doubt. Let's make that a priority thing. So the eggs have the lullaby effect. We won't do that in the next cycle. Hugger can do some different things for a little bit. That water's still drying or dripping out. Once that stops dripping, I'll have the dupes mop up. Technically, someone could mop up right here. Where are you going? You're getting yucky lungs. You're getting your feet wet. You're picking up copper ore. Okay, I should maybe take that as a sign to dig out some copper ore in more local area. Locally sourced copper. Always the best. Oops, that's not the mop. Create this tile here as well. Okay, if you guys just keep running back and forth, we'll probably just get you to mop. Another critter here. That's going to add to the calories, but also work towards the carnivore achievement. Speaking of which, let's look at the colony summary. And look at the carnivore achievement. Probably have not made a lot of progress there. But yeah, 4,000. But at least we've started. There's a lot more calories to be eaten yet. Might as well dig that out. So we're also going for the locavore achievement, which means I can't put anything into planter boxes if I want to get that. Skills. That's not engineer. It's too soon for them. But builder. Let's give you improved construction. Okay, so let's destroy this. Okay, so we've got some research going on. We've got dupes collecting some metal. Probably because rock crusher, I don't know, rock crusher is done. I think we've got all the metal to make this automation. We're really just waiting on you, engineer. So if you could up your skills a little bit sooner, not a bad thing. We'll get into here just in case there's useful resources the dupes need to get access to. Let's have a look at this insulation. I've insulated here. Ah, okay. Let's insulate over here. So we'll build a wall right here. We'll need to dig out here to make that happen. That's just preventing the heat from some of the warmer places to seeping into our base. How are we doing over here? Might not hurt at some point to add insulation there too. I'll go right up to that. Let's not go into that chlorine area. We'll go across like this. You can see the dupes are going to need a ladder if they want to get up there. Okay. So that's giving us some protection from heat. Let's get the lullaby effect going again. Another egg, another egg. Let's have engineer not go in here and hugger be trapped when they go in. Is that a priority? It is. Hugger, when you're ready, go into that room for us. Okay. You're just being distracted, aren't you? Let's go in here, Hugger. There we go. Picking up eggs that we need to process. Any other ones? Actually, do they all need to be applied? Well, if that's the case, why manually select them individually? This guy could be attacked. Okay, I'm now going to get you to stand over here. I'm going to do another egg. We'll go through this egg by egg until we get this done, but we also want to make sure the dupes have something to do. They should be digging up for us, so I can get to the top of the base eventually. Another egg, another egg. Materials study terminal, because that's something that I'll be building soon-ish. I've never found the uranium ore that's normally available close to the base, actually. That's kind of strange. Materials study terminal. Is that closer to the top? Why am I having... Oh, there it is. So I want that, but I also want you, the red bolt generator. So scientists can get on the case for that. Hugger will continue to do their job. Applying the lullaby effect. Another egg. Another egg. I can feel the carnivore achievement. Okay, so that they're at the end of their cycle. Let's let them take a break. We'll do the rest of the eggs in the next cycle. Insulation going in over here. Good progress in the insulation here. Maybe we'll take that up a little bit further even. Hydrogen levels getting lower. Means we're consuming lots of power. But the dupes are able to get up here. And this oxylite, that's exactly what I was thinking here. Is they'd have a little pocket of oxygen to work in. Allowing them to explore this area without gas masks. Yeah, I think we are going to need gas masks soon though. So would very much be excited for engineer to get their skill. Let's do another egg. Tell engineer not to go in here yet. Hugger, you're going to be trapped when you go in here in the morning. Just a notice to you. Okay, so you've arrived doing a first egg of this cycle. Cycle 29. Get you to do another one. And just continually repeat. And I wish I wouldn't have to do this. But things will be a lot easier once engineer gets their skill. So the other thing, or I mentioned, where is that uranium ore? Where is that? That's normally like close-ish to the base. And this time, oh, there you are. Okay, that's not too far. But I have to go through Slime Lung area. Okay, I'll have to make a plan for that then. Let's do another egg. Let me get that applied. If the dupes are able to attack you while you're attending to this, that might be useful. Ah. Okay, that's fine. Let's do another egg. Oh, the excitement of adding the lullaby effect. Yet another egg. This is becoming a multitasking challenge. Just because I don't want the other dupes to get bored or get into trouble while I'm doing this. Speaking of which, no one's trapped. Sometimes if they're digging here, especially with sand, it can be very dangerous. Okay, let's go back here. I have to decide where I want to put my material study terminal. It's definitely going to go into the laboratory. It's just a question of whether I put it in the laboratory I have or build a new laboratory just for it. 14,000 calories. Let's make a little bit of mush bars, maybe 6. So I don't want to start making that once calories are already out. Okay, how did we do? I'm going to say that's good. Let's get you out. Now, disadvantage of going this way is the dupes take a little bit longer to get up here. So what I'd like to eventually do is put a pump up here and make this the hydrogen area. And then we'll put in gas masks. But I also want to get access to this. So I need to find the best way to get over there without going through Slime Lung. That's going to be a challenge. Maybe I can go around like this. But I've got polluted water then, if I go that way. It'd also be good to deal with more dirty air, polluted air. So I can see that flowing up like here and here. So make sure that gets cleaned. Deodorizer, please. Right there, thank you. Mush bars being created. Oh, I know they're not tasty dupes. Okay, so we've got this running. Still have hydrogen. But maybe what I should do... Should I block this off and make a path up like this? Or is there any point? Might just leave that alone for the time being. Scientist is working on that material study terminal, which... If I... the only thing is, I need to have a spot to get rad bolts to shoot down. I might be able to do that over here. I think I can use the same building for that. Let's just make a full room over here so we can expand this laboratory. If I'm going to have a spot here with the high radiation, maybe this was a bad place to put a manual generator. Or maybe I need to put a laboratory in a different location. Alright, all kinds of different meats. I'm going to allow... no, just let engineer and Hugger work on that. So we need to keep going up. Start the process of putting in a fire pole. So just go the whole way. Go through that oxylite, why not? You can go down right to there. Just don't want to let the hydrogen up here yet. Okay, you made me nervous. I thought you were picking up these eggs and putting them in here. That can be an infinite cycle of wasting time. That's why I've got these doors indicating who can go in where. 23,000 calories, 16,000 whoa. We're just flickering back and forth between calories. I don't know if dupes were consuming them or there was an area of food was being stored that was becoming blocked and unblocked. I think it was dupes eating. We're still going down here. What are you looking for? Still metal ore? Copper ore. Let's dig out copper ore right here. And here. Copper ore there too, but you're not using that. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna bring the manual generator closer over. But we'll bring the transformers above and out of the power room. They don't actually need to be in the power room itself. So when we do get up here, I will want to have a pump installed. I already know that I'll want to have a gas pipe going down for hydrogen. It's going to need, that pump will need power. Let's go check on our eggs. Continuing to have to remember to do this. And we can apply this to new eggs. But we also have some eggs here to do. So engineer, you're out. Hugger, you're in. Let's do an egg. Oh, this is a bit annoying. I've got pitcher pump down there, and sometimes they're using that to fill the supercomputer. Dupes, you know better than that. Okay, so this is being... Little by effect is being applied, and we'll do this again. So that's the 2 new eggs been dropped off. Now let's select any old eggs that need to be processed. Trying to look to see if they're also about to hatch, because there's no point in putting them through here if that's the case. But that just makes it more time consuming to select eggs. Incubating. Without the lullaby effect. There's gonna be a point where I won't be doing this to every egg. because it'll just be too many, which will actually be a nice problem to have. Where are we with skills? Okay, engineer not yet, but you're getting closer. Chef. Let's give you carrying skills. Miner. Let's give you the ability to go through obsidian. Get you to process eggs as usual. Got barbecue meat available that must be stored in the fridge, preventing it from going bad too quickly to ensure that the dupes can eat it. Getting progress towards the carnivore achievement and surviving, because we're not producing food in any other way than meat. Well, no, sorry, that's not true. That we are making dirt. It's just really terrible quality. Another egg. And yet another one. Just making sure no one's stuck up here. We're looking okay. So they're gonna do this egg. Manual generators, making them run over so they can pick up a new egg. And again and again and again. Until our engineer has a little bit more automation. Or automation that they can put in for us. Okay, so you can go out. Let's check on the dupe's progress up here. Hydrogen is staying at this level, but this thing is checking on to make sure that doesn't get to be too low. Just wondering whether there's any value put in the fire pole. I could block that off. Just make it so that the dupes can't actually, or don't have to go so far around. Trying to calculate in my head whether that makes any sense or not. Let's go for it. So I think this little pocket of hydrogen, we can kind of keep that this way. Because as long as I've got this here, that's kind of directing the hydrogen in that way. And I might have a temporary path up here with a ladder. Okay, dupes. Let's do that. Now, I'm just thinking, I'm going to have a ladder go up like this, and I want to have this such that it's still going to encourage the hydrogen to go up in this direction. So that's what I'm going to do there. Put a fire pole right here, all the way up. See how that goes. Research on material study terminal. Okay, let's make a change over here then. Before we do that, actually, so I'm going to bring these two guys up. Actually, we can get rid of the jumbo battery, or at least move it to a different location. But before I do that, let's finish the installation in this area. I've got some bissolite. Let's go down like... Let's go across like this. Is that taking on too much heat? No, I think that'd be good. We can get away with that. In fact, probably don't even need to do... Well, let's just do it. That's giving us some temperature protection from this warm area. Go across like this, and this, and this. And we can start on the material. Okay, we need more metal for that. Let's make, what about 8 pieces and see how we do. And when we get up here, this is a very cold area. As long as we don't have hydrogen or too much hydrogen in there, I think we can get away with getting the dupes up there. Let's put a fire pole right here. Okay, and checking on eggs, beginning of a cycle opportunity to do that. Let's just do the new eggs today. Hugger, you're in. Incubate an egg. Okay, you're gonna, again, incubate an egg. Did you pick up an old egg? Okay, that's right, because I should have gotten them to move over here. Okay, new egg. I wish that was a default. That if there was like a egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect, they would just naturally favor that. That would be so nice if that was the case. Oh, yeah. All right. You know what? Let's find that one egg to be done, and then that'll be enough for today. Oh, I missed it. This is annoying. This is so annoying. This one sweep over. And we have to tell you to stand further away. In fact, I don't think you can access that. Where you're standing right now might be perfect, I think. Yeah, that's right. Good. Sometimes they do useful things. And they randomly walk around. Okay, let's get moving. Okay, this room is no longer a laboratory, but that's okay because I don't need to do research at the moment. I have to get the power this room here. Let's make a change. Well, let's put in a temporary door because I do want to keep the status of this room. So I want to make sure this guy has a tune-up. Has a tune-up right now. Engineer is in here, and they're concerned about their power plant not existing anymore. Let's check on the status of all the other rooms. We've got a barracks. We got a washroom, great hall, nature reserve. We've got stables, 96, 96, 96. Let's check on these guys. They're groomed and happy, groomed and happy, groomed and happy. Well, I think I'm going to end there for today. And we'll put in our material study terminal, finish some installation around the base when we come back. Thanks, everyone, for checking this out, and I'll see you another time.